Hi, this is Vince, and this is my persuasive speech. My topic is going to be on alcohol consumption and its dangers. Now, going out with friends is always fun and always exciting, but the night can easily be bad when one person makes a big mistake and has just a few drinks. Alcohol is super common. You could see it in many restaurants, liquor stores, grocery stores. You could basically get it anywhere. Super easy to get. Even if you're underage, you could just get someone to buy alcohol for you. And it's just super accessible. And a lot of people think it's harmless. People think it's super acceptable because of its romanticization and how a lot of people think it's cool and just harmless. They can just have fun for the weekend, but it's actually something that's really dangerous. Um, it does come with a lot of physical, mental, and social consequences, which is why it requires a lot of awareness and responsibility. Now, let me explain why this is such a big issue. Alcohol abuse is a major issue that affects millions of Americans every day. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or the CDC, reported that 178,000 people die in America each year, which is the second most deadliest substance right after tobacco. Many of these deaths are caused by addiction, long-term health issues with liver disease, and also just risky behavior like drinking and driving, and etc. Excessive drinking can obviously lead to addiction, which leads to liver damage. It could increase risk of cancer. It can make you do things that are dangerous, like taking big risks, and also it impairs judgment. Just overall has a lot of risks if taken excessively. And I think the most dangerous aspect about alcohol is that how normalized it is, how people just take it lightly and underestimate its effects. And what we could do about it to reduce risk while still being able to enjoy alcohol is through moderation. Health experts, including the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, recommend setting drinking limits, staying hydrated, and understanding your drinking limits. I think a lot of people, they try to go too crazy. They think that, or they might be pressured by other people to drink more and more when they obviously can't handle it. And in a lot of cases, people get sick, they drink too much, they get blacked out, and it's just a whole disaster that you regret the night after. And they also emphasize avoiding drinking and driving completely and planning ahead, like using a designated driver or Lyft, like Uber, or Lyft, taxi. And it's just going on about drinking and driving, like you also have that risk. Not only do you risk hurting yourself, but you also risk hurting other people. And even if none of those happen, you have that risk of getting pulled over, which could lead to a DUI. You go to jail, you get your license suspended, and it's just not worth it. It just straight up isn't worth it to drink and drive. And additionally, many people use alcohol as an antidepressant. They heavily rely on it every day, as they go through multiple bottles per day, and they take it because they think that they have nothing else in life that can satisfy them. That they feel very unhappy, so they try to take alcohol as an antidepressant, and it just leads to stronger addiction, and overall worsens health obviously. And it also affects the people around them. When alcohol is present in the family, it tends to often lead to abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse, and overall it's just the long-term effects on the family are not great. Now imagine how life would be like if alcohol was treated with more care. There would be safer nights out, fewer families getting a call that there was a accident, less lives are lost, and fewer people are suffering from long-term health effects. And not only are we protecting ourselves, we are protecting the people around us when we take alcohol into moderation. Now, alcohol, to sum up, I still think alcohol is the reason why alcohol is so dangerous is because people underestimate it, and it has serious mental, physical, and social consequences, and it genuinely requires awareness and responsibility. Next time someone drinks, they should set a limit for how much they can drink, make sure they can get home safely, and make sure that they don't treat alcohol as an antidepressant. And with that in mind, all it takes is one decision to the difference between having a safe and fun night or a life-changing mistake. Thank you.